So the clue in today's mystery is all to do with using this grid for the confession. Now, when I first looked at it, it really confused me, but it's not very tricky once you know what you're supposed to do. So you've got some numbers at the bottom, and what you need to do is work out what letter or symbol goes in each box. Now, I've only got a few of the example printed on my sheet, but you've got a few more on yours. So let me show you how it would work. So for 21, I'm trying to find what letter or symbol would represent 21. So I need to think about the fact that this is saying that this grid is timesing the top numbers by the side numbers. So I need to find two numbers, one at the side and one along the top, which would multiply together to make 21. I've done another video about how you can find factor pairs. Now, a factor pair is a pair of numbers that multiply together to get another number. So I'm looking for some factor pairs for 21, a pair of numbers which times together to make 21. I know my times tables, and I know that if I do 7 times 3, I'll get 21. So if I was to go 7 times 3, then 21 is landing on I. So that letter could be I. But you might be thinking, hold up a minute, there's a 7 and a 3 there, and there's a 7 and a 3 there, so why don't I just do 7 along there and 3 times there? Well, you can. I could do it the other way around. So instead of doing 7 times 3, I could do 3 times 7. They both land on I, so it's fine. You might be thinking, well, there are other factors of 21. You know, I could do 1 times 21. You're absolutely right, you could. But if I look along my list, 1 and 21 are not there. So for 21, the option that I'm looking for is 3 times 7 or 7 times 3, and both of them take me to I. So that's my letter for 21. The next number is 180. Now for this one, if I'm trying to find factors of 180, I can think to myself, well, 180 is a little bit like 18. And if I think about the number 18, I know that I could have 1 times 18. I could have 2 times 9. I could have 3 times 6. Now, if I was to think about these, that's going to take me to 18, but if I'm trying to get to 180, maybe I could look for things like 10 times 18 would work, or 20 times 9, or 30 times 6, or even the other way around, 60 times 3, or 2 times 90, or 1 times 180. So what I'm going to be doing is looking for these pairs on my grid. So if I look along the top and the side, I can see what numbers I have. I have got 20, that was one of my options. And if I was going to do 20, I'd be looking to pair it with a 9. So if I've got 20 along the top, do I have a 9 along the side? 20 times 9 would give me T. So I could put T as 180, because 20 times 9 gives me 180, and that letter would be T. You might have found that there are others as well though. If I look along here, I can see the number 3. Maybe I'm then looking for the number 30. 3 times 60. 60 isn't on there, no. I do have 30 on there though, and I found that if I do 30 times 6 I could get there, so 30 is there at the top. Oh, and 6 is at the side, so I could do 30 times 6. Lo and behold, it takes me to T again. It's a very cleverly designed grid, so even if you've got more than one option, you will still get to the right number. So what you're doing is you're trying to, for each number, you're trying to find pairs of numbers that match up to times together to make it. So for 24, my next one, I'd be looking for numbers that times together to make 24. One along the top, one along the side, and that will give me my number. If you're thinking to yourself, well, how do I find pairs of numbers that make 24? Watch my other video on finding factor pairs, and that will give you a clue of how to do it. Enjoy!